Well, first of all, you never stop with marketing. I think both of you would agree with that.
Definitely never stop.
You just can't stop. Like, marketing is one of those things. It's not a point in time. It's not, I'll do a little bit today and see where it gets me. Really, like, if you're not getting the leads, it's because of the marketing you didn't do probably 6-8 months ago. So I think we're all in agreement that marketing is an ongoing event.
Can I take part of that question, Stephanie, about tracking?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Ori.
Yeah, so, that it is not 100% in regards to tracking, but you can know, you get a website form and it came from marketing for the most part. You talk to the people, you see if they clicked on an AdWord, you can follow it through. Your marketing firm should be doing that. So when to stop, you never stop. The real question is, when do you start spending more? So it's really, you got to give yourself a budget, and you got to understand that $100 is not going to do anything for you. So, when it comes to AdWords, start with something, $1,000 a month. It's a lot of money for some places, but if you want to grow, you got to put some money towards your AdWords. You see the business that's coming in from the clicks, and then you just have an understanding that, this came in from marketing. We don't take a percentage because we have a set amount that we're spending monthly, and what we're willing to spend based upon, our operating expenses and everything else. So everything, when we get a deal that comes in, like, for instance, this is just, we have a lot of copier clients that we were trying to upsell to IT, and some of them switch over, some of them don't. We sent out email blasts all the time, and one of them replied to one of those emails, set up a meeting, closed the deal. Just that one deal alone was $15,000 a month. So things like that will happen, and it wouldn't have happened. It may have happened without the marketing, but highly doubtful that it would have happened, and it wouldn't happen at the time without the marketing. So, you track what's coming in, you track your monthlies. You don't need to put I don't think you need to put a percentage towards it. Some firms may, but it's when you're going to start spending more. And for us, it's, we've done, our cost is a third of what we're bringing in revenue-wise towards marketing dollars. And it did take about 8 months, 10 months to get to that point. But, so you just start spending more.
Yeah, I will say that many vendors will match you when it comes to ad costs. So just so you know, if you don't, I feel like it can be really overwhelming when you're allotting maybe 1% of your revenue, and you really need to be allotting a little bit more. I did use percentages, especially when I was doing the research on the front end of what our company's spending, and how close are we to that, and what does that look like. I think that you will find it's more successful if you do the work on the front end. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Who are you going after? All of those things will matter, because it might not be ads. You might not want to pay for Google ads. You might want to put it into like a personal B2B, real relationship, and you allow the sales team to use monies there. That's marketing, right? You're buying them an old fashioned, or you're buying them, whatever. So it can look a lot of different ways, and I do think it can be overwhelming if you're starting with a really small budget, or you have no budget at all. What I would do is assess what is it you're really trying to do, and then how much can you justify. I know for us it was so much, and it still is. We rely a lot on our partners to help us make those dreams a reality. And so once you have that, you're like, okay, well, what can the company, as you're making more profit, like Ori said, you can then allot more to it. But I wouldn't just throw money at it. I would, again, stop and assess, where is it you're going? What do you find is successful? Like he said, you can get Google, and you can get all the analytics on the back end. It's pretty easy. I mean, even if it's in-house, you can, they'll send them to you weekly for your website, for Google, for the web, all the social media, those kinds of things. So I think that answered the question. I think that's what I was going to say.